players in double figures, and including Maddie Garretts, who had 14 points, and she had 5 rebounds. And I think we got the play of the game coming up. And Jamie Pickens. Jamie Pickens also with a nice game. She had 12 points and 6 rebounds. That's the quit line play of the game. And down low with the bucket is Maddie Garretts. And Maddie Garretts, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Maddie Garretts came into the game averaging 7 points a game. And Maddie Garretts ends up with 14 points in his game, and that was very impressive.
And most importantly, she set the tone early. 8 points in the first quarter for her. She went 4 of 5 from the free throw line as well. The fact that she was kind of the trendsetter for the way this game would go for the Saints, a good choice for our player of the game.
We're going to wrap up the women's game as Carroll College wins it 72-46.
Dude. Fire. Grill master, huh?
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences, find new roads. Well-qualified buyers get 2.99% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or current competitive owners get $3,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
There's a lot of tradition in farming. My son, he picked up everything. When my grandson was born, we both were chewing, thinking about what could happen, mouth cancer, throat cancer, or worse. Finally, we decided that's addiction, not tradition.
To protect my son, we quit. We did it together. Took us a few times, but we're stubborn.
We called the quit line, found what worked for us.
And we quit for good this time.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
DJ, how about the Carroll women going 15 of 17 from the free throw line of the game?
Another impressive stat for this Saints team that, you know, they have the shooters to do it at every single level, that come out and win a big game 72-44, 15 straight on this home court over Tech, 19 in a row. And as we mentioned, you take a look at the stats. How many players we got in double figures?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Garretts, Pickens, Keller, Wilkinson, Hilborn, an experienced team that shoots the ball well, that passes the ball well, that plays great defense. This is going to be a tough out for anyone in the Frontier Conference trying to knock off these Saints.
And the Carroll women, the 18th ranked team in the nation, now 16-5 on the year, 7-1 in the Frontier. They win it over Tech, 72-56, our final score.
Since before the birth of America, the Army National Guard has stood ready to answer the call to defend and protect the nation. Army National Guard soldiers share in an enduring commitment to serve their state in times of crisis and defend their nation in times of conflict. The men and women of the Army National Guard serve part-time in their own communities and have a stake in its continued security. To learn all about the benefits of becoming a soldier in the Army National Guard, visit nationalguard.com.
Not all tires are created equally. Some tires take 50 to 60 more feet to stop, and you don't need that on our Montana wintry roads. Stop by one of our two and let our knowledgeable team help you find the right tires for you, your family, and your vehicle this winter season. Tire and Auto Service, keeping our roads safer one tire at a time. Make sure to ask about our best price tire match guarantee.
We are driven by an unquenchable desire for knowledge, for the truth that lay just outside our grasps. We are meant for more, made for more. We are unwilling to ignore that which calls to us, that which will transform us. With joy and curiosity, we will boldly find our path in a world of unknowns. At Carroll, we are here for the adventure.
It's the game of the week. Brought to you by the Montana Chevy Dealers. And sponsored by the Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW. And Pepsi.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. At this time, as we pay honor to the United States of America, we ask that you...
Montana Tech ranked 12th in the nation. They're 18-2 overall, and one of the very best teams in the nation this year. We're getting set right now for the national anthem before this men's game. Well, when these two teams met in Butte on January 5th, Tech won 86-79. Williams with 21 points in the game, and Caleb Belich had 19. Both teams shot extremely well on threes. As Tech, they were 10 of 18, 56% in that game, and Carroll College in a losing effort. 11 of 17, 65% on threes. And you lose the game? Are you kidding me?
I mean, it's tough. This is what Frontier Conference basketball is all about. We mentioned in the women's game how hard it is to win on the road. It's especially hard to win against a Montana Tech Ordiger squad that comes into this game 18-2, 6-1 in conference play, with just the one loss coming down in Dillon. This is arguably the best team that the Ordigers have ever had. It's going to be a challenge for the Saints today on their home floor.
Starting lineup for Montana Tech, 18-2 on the year, and they are 6-1 in the conference. And Caleb Belich leads the team, averaging more than 18 points a game on the season, and he has been outstanding. And how about Kershawn Dixon out of Billings Central? Started his college basketball career at MSUB, and Kershawn Dixon leads the team in assists. Adam Hyatt, the head coach in his 7th season, game number 199 for him, one-loss record of 112 and 87. Last year they were 27-7, and they were simply outstanding. And the lights are off as we get set for the starting lineup for the Saints of Carroll College. 9-9 on the year, 3-4 in conference play. And for head coach Kurt Paulson in his 5th season, it's been a bit of a struggle as he's used to them going, 24 wins, 29 wins they had in 2019. And they are led by Andrew Cook. He's averaging almost 18 points a game on the season. Lang points. Brennan Temple. Seems like he's forever. Temple averaging more than 12 points a game on the year. And Carroll is tough to beat at home. They're 5-2 on the season. Kurt Paulson, his 5th season, win-loss record of 111-39. In his first season In 2019, the team went 29-8, and they advanced all the way to that national championship game. And wow, what a first year for Coach Paulson here. On Thursday, both these teams won. Carroll won at Western, 85-81. Tech won at Rocky. They won big, 78-55. Caleb Bellish hit 7 threes in that game. He had 26 points. And Bellish will jump it up against Temple if they can figure this out. And wow, I would say Bellish controlled the tip, DJ.
I would say so. He got a little antsy to start it off, but then gets the hand up quick. He's good in every aspect, and we're going to see plenty of him today.
Man-to-man pressure by Carroll as the men's game is underway. Williams with a jumper. Temple on the rebound. And Carroll, the underdog in this rivalry. The last time they met here, February 10th, it was for the Frontier Conference Championship. Great give and go as Cook scored. Adam Hughes with the three-pointer at the buzzer, and Tech won that conference championship. It was their first conference title since 1999. It was also the first win for Tech here at Carroll since 2014. They had lost 15 straight games here at the PE Center. So a big win for them. Lawrence will kick it back out. 3 on the way, and it is in by, that's Bellish with the 3. And Bellish, that's his 30th 3 on the year, shooting 33%. Diggers have their first lead. Kershawn Dixon, the shortest player on the court. He was an amazing football player at Billings Central, and he had offers to play football. Another three-pointer is in. Michael Ure, his 24th 3. They can shoot the 3.
Absolutely. We saw Ure and Bellish putting him in. Those are two guys that really know how to stretch the floor. You got to beware of their presence in the paint because of how tall they are, but then they'll also get it done from downtown.
And more as he was going down, unable to get it to go. Caleb Bellish, Decons with the baseline slam. And all of a sudden, the Diggers lead 8-2. Wow.
The 6'6" freshman from Geraldine, Montana. He's fun to watch whenever the ball gets in his hands. He's been known to throw it down from time to time.
Diggers ranked 12th. That's the best in school history. And Temple backs his way in. Can't get it to go. Caleb Bellish will push it back. Bellish from the baseline. And Carroll back the other way. Cook will take it coast to coast. What a great move on the inside for Cook. We got a 4-point game.
You know, he's tough to defend underneath the hoop. He plays bigger than his size constantly. I mean, he's a pretty tall guy, not as tall as some of these Tech guys, but he knows how to get it done under the rim.
Kershawn Dixon with the behind-the-back bounce pass. Decons again, no. And Cook will bring it up. Cook to Cook. Andrew, high off the glass, no. Doesn't take long for these teams to put up the shot. We could go with a 15-second shot clock.
I was watching that one Montana Tech game that they played against Providence where they scored 95 points. You know, they were just a couple buckets shy of the century mark. I mean, this offense can go whenever it's on.
Well, they average 83 points a game. And Lawrence couldn't get it to drop there. Just underway, 16:41 left. Pedro's going to check in, 6'6" junior out of Brazil.
And they like going international, you know. This is a team last year, of course, its star player came from Serbia.
Slovakinen.
So the recruiting trail is worldwide for Paulson.
They swing it up on top to Pedro, who just came in. Moore. Pedro from the baseline, counted a 17th 3 on the season for Pedro. We got a 1-point game.
That's a heck of a shot. He had a defender all over his face.
It was an 8-2 start for Tech. Now it's 8-7, 5 straight for Carroll College. Kershawn Dixon. Williams with a 3. Oh, my. How about 34 threes on the season? Williams shoots 42% with the long ball. It's going to be tough for the Saints to keep up this pace. Cook drives all the way down low, gives it up. Pedro on the inside, rises and fires. And Pedro with a bucket.
Coming off the bench and providing a spark early. You got to love that if you're Coach Paulson.
On the drive, big block. Dixon comes right back with the bucket. Moore stopped him on his first attempt. He got the offensive rebound and came back and scored. 4-point lead. Tech, 15:08 left to be played. Here in the first, Andrew Cook backs his way in. Cook from the baseline, no. Caleb Bellish. Kershawn Dixon. Back to Bellish from Manhattan Christian. Three-pointer on the way. Michael Orr, his second three. It's 16-9 Diggers. We got a timeout. 14 minutes and 48 seconds left to be played here in the first half.
Not all tires are created equally. Some tires take 50 to 60 more feet to stop, and you don't need that on our Montana wintry roads. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Helena and let help you find the right tires for you, your family, and your vehicle this winter season. Join us Tire and Auto Service, keeping our roads safer one tire at a time. Make sure to ask about our best price tire match guarantee.
Montana. We're proud to say it's where we live and where we work. We're so much more than pretty scenery. We are all hardworking, resilient, and resourceful. The vibe is different here. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
One more trivia note on Governor Mark Roscoe, who's here, DJ. His roommate here at Carroll College was Cliff Edwards. Cliff's son, Johnny Edwards, led West High to their first ever state football championship in '97, and as quarterback led the Montana Grizzlies to a national title.
I'm convinced you know everyone in the state, Rocky.
I know you now, DJ. Braden Cook will bring it up. Takes it down low. Kramer with a nice move. And didn't get it to go. Williams all the way down to the baseline. Pedro will clear it out. 7-point lead Tech. They're 18-2, ranked 12th. Three-pointer not going to drop for Braden Cook. And Tech, how about 3 for 3 on threes to start this game? That is rather impressive.
And worth noting that came without Keely Bake, one of their sharpshooters who's on the floor now. You know, he might be a little guy, but he shoots the ball really well. We'll see him flinging it plenty later in this game.
3-second violation. Carroll's going to get it right back. The Saints, the last 8 years here at home, 101 wins, just 13 losses. A winning percentage of 89%. Rogers is in. 6'2 freshman out of Bozeman. Cook will drive on Lawrence. Keely Bake will bring it back the other way. The 5'11 sophomore from Fairfield. Decons, Bake for 3, no. Kramer clears it out. And nobody scored for a while. 13:20 left to be played. Here in the first half. Rogers tries to work on Williams. Pedro with a down low, working hard. Scoop shot will drop for G. Pedra out of Brazil.
Coming in, providing 7 points off the bench. They're going to need to see more of that if they want to compete with these Whittigers, who right now are controlling the pace.
Bake takes it inside, a whistle and a foul. Tech, 12 players on their roster from Montana. How impressive is that? I
They're
love that.
homegrown. They do it well. As you mentioned, Caleb Belich from one of the Class C powerhouses, Manhattan Christian. His coach, his father also a coach on the assistant staff for these Montana Tech Whittigers.
Larson at the line with the bucket. 12:50 left to be played here in the first half. 17-11. Montana Tech, 18-2 on the year. Out on top. Last year they were 27-7. They've won their last 9 games. Their only losses came against Arizona Christian and Montana Western, and both of those games were very close. Cook inside against Williams, and Cook will win the battle. Andrew Cook leads the team, averaging almost 18 points a game. We got a 4-point game here in the PE Center on the campus of Carroll College. Wide open, Lawrence. They made their first 3. They've missed their last 3. Andrew Cook takes the pick from Temple, gives it right back, and a 3 for Rogers is in. And Rogers was 2 of 9 on threes before that one went in. We got a 1-point game. Under 12 minutes left here in the first half.
It's good to see the freshmen getting involved on this Carroll Saints team. And there he is right there. Trent Rogers getting a big board after the big shot. They've also got Braden Cook out there. Lots of youth on this team playing some good basketball.
Saints scoring here. They take the lead. Pedra misses a 3. Temple on the rebound. And Cook from 15, it's in. And Carroll College now has the 1-point lead. 18-17. 11:26 left to be played here in the first half. We'll come back with more right after this.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Dude. Fire. Grill master, huh?
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
What a game. The rivalry continues, and this place is packed here in Helena. Got a huge crowd for the women's game as well. Andrew Cook, the 6'4 sophomore from Huntington Beach. Pedra will cut in traffic. What a big time block. And we're going back the other way. Loose ball, Banks open. He's not going to take the 3. Bellish works it back. 3-pointer short by Larson. Moore's going to check back in for Carroll. 6'5 freshman out of California.
And you're starting to feel a bit more energy in this building from the Saints and these Saints fans. Before that timeout and a quick Keeley Bake basket coming back from it, they were on a 9-1 run, and now they're only down by 1.
Take it away, Caleb Bellich on the steal. Bake out of Fairfield will bring it up. Michael Ure, he's hit a couple of threes. From the line, he drops another one. 8 points for Ure. 21-18. Diggers up 3. Under 10 minutes left to be played in the first half. What a Frontier Conference battle here in Helena. Kramer, and there's some physical activity going on. The foul is going to go against the Diggers of Tech, and we have had very few fouls in this game. How about just 3 in the first 10 minutes?
Yeah, they've been mostly letting him play, which I like to see. They clipped Krishan Dixon for that one there, but that's what he does. You know, he is the ideal point guard. He steals the ball, he passes the ball beautifully, just got a little too handsy on that one.
More to Cook. Cook from 15, short. Bake, shortest player on the court, got the rebound. There's Krishan Dixon. Dixon, he is super quick. Ure from 8, air ball. Dixon, rebound. Bake with an outside of 3. Now Bake along 2, it's in. Bake comes in averaging 7, 9:15 to be played here in the first half. Montana Tech 23, Carroll College 18. Like to thank our Frontier Conference sponsors. Corporate sponsors include Cooper Tire, Tire-Rama, D.A. Davidson, Earth Hotels, McDonald's, Northwestern Energy, Pepsi, and U.S. Bank.
Coming out of that timeout, I just want to mention that bucket that the Ordigers got, that play stayed alive because of Krishan Dixon, just finding a way to squeeze under the hoop after the Ure miss, picked it out of there, found an open Keely Bake who launched the 2. Again, it's just Dixon showing his presence in every single level of the court. He is, as I mentioned before, he's the ideal point guard for this Ordigers team.
Big news for the Carroll men's basketball program this week. They signed Royce Robinson out of Lewistown, and Lewistown, they won the football title to the top Class A team in the basketball, and Royce and Fisher Brown, boy, they have really got a basketball program this year, but a big pickup for Carroll having Royce Robinson coming to the program next year. Cook will drive. Cook with 1 on the shot clock. Andrew Cook, 3-point game. Caleb Bellish, Krishan Dixon. They take it back out, whistle, and the foul is going to go against Carroll. Very few whistles in the first half of this game. James Lang will check in.
And you just see is what they put the foul call on. As you mentioned, it's been a pretty clean game on both ends. That's just the way that these two teams play. A lot of quick passes, a lot of quick shots, really not a lot of time to get too physical.
8.5 left to go. Here in the first half, 3-point lead for Tech, 12th ranked team of the nation. Ure, what a first half for him. Trent Rogers is going to clear it out to Cook. Braden Cook. And you got Andrew Cook.
Let's see what they cook up on this play.
Temple gets rid of it. Rogers with the bucket, a 6'2 freshman. Out of Bozeman, it's back to a 1-point game. Under 8 to go. Krishan Dixon gives it up to Williams. Bellish with a deep 3. Wow. Caleb Bellish, 31 threes on the year for Caleb. Can Tech answer? Lang, Temple. Temple works hard. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Temple. Rogers. 3 on the way. It's in. Trent Rogers. 5 quick points, and it's back to a 1-point game. And the Saints come up with a loose ball. Temple has it. Saints score here. They take the lead, and it's taken right back by Williams, but a foul. You know, Coach Kurt Paulson, he may be almost as animated as Coach Graham, the Tech women's coach.
It is interesting to see. I mean, he gets involved, and for good reason. I mean, this is a guy who needs to have an active role in the program, considering how much they lost from last year. He's trying to shape all these young guys into something special. And right now, he's got a fairly young, inexperienced Carroll team putting Montana Tech on the ropes.
Another timeout, 26-25. Tech out on top by 1 with 7:01 left to be played here in the first half. And coming up at halftime, we'll visit with Jeff Graham on our Montana Tobacco Quit Line halftime report. His first year as the women's head coach at Montana Tech, won 90% of his games at Belt, Class C Belt. They set a state record 6 state championships, and that is so impressive.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned before, it's tough to do it at that level. You said there was one season where they lost 1 game and they didn't even get to play in the state tournament. There are some good teams in Class C, and what he's doing with Montana Tech right now, obviously it's a rebuilding year, but he's already gotten them on the right path. They've already got 2 conference wins. They didn't have any at this time last year, so certainly stepping into the right direction with the fire and passion he brings to the program. And as I said, he's an animated character. I think you're going to have a lot of fun talking to him at halftime.
Coach Graham, I was visiting with him before the game, and I was telling him about all these great freshmen, the girl in Baker and the sophomore girl out of Huntley Project and Taylor Cherrick from Roberts. He knows everybody. I mean, he knew about Rinker, the great freshman from Billings Central, and he probably knows who the top junior high players are in the state. It would not surprise me in the least. Carroll College, they score, they take the lead. Temple on the baseline, asking for some help. Gives it up to Moore. Back to Temple. Quick pass, almost lost it. Now they do. Another steal for Kayla Bellish. Bellish gives it up. He's hit a couple of threes. That one's not going to drop. Offensive rebound. Williams. Bellish. Gets it slapped out by Cook, out of bounds, and Diggers will keep with 6 minutes and 23 seconds left to be played in this first half. Well, when these two teams met on January 5th in Butte, Tech won 86-79. Williams with 21 points in that game. Bellish had 19, and both teams shot lights out on threes in that contest. Bake will drive. Gives it up. Somebody's got to shoot. Shot clock down to 1. Gets the shot off.
And not a great possession for the Orediggers. They had a chance earlier in that shot clock with what looked like to be an open 3 for Lawrence, and he decided to pass it off. I would have liked to see him be aggressive and take that shot there, and it ends up being an empty possession for Tech.
With the foul. Larson will check back in for Tech. Under 6 minutes left to be played in the first half. A packed house at the PE Center, and if there is such a thing, there were more people here for that Frontier Conference Championship. I've never seen a college gym that loud before.
Neither have I. It was absolutely packed from head to toe. What an atmosphere that was. What a game that was, too. I think my favorite stat about that is that both teams in that game, neither ever led by more than 2 possessions the entire game. Fantastic stuff.
First Frontier Conference title for the Orediggers since 1999.
That was the year I was born.
I'm not going to tell you when I was born. Braden Cook at the free throw line. 4 of 6 on the season. He does not get a lot of free throws, gets a lot of playing time, averaging more than 9 points a game. And we have our first tie of the contest, tied at 26.
And Cook was a pleasure to watch last year. He was a senior at Helena Capital, of course, the state champions. I got to watch him play on this floor in the divisional tournament, another tournament that Capital won before going on to win states, and Cook was phenomenal the entire time.
And I named him Mr. Basketball during our Montana-Wyoming basketball series. Gets all three. Cook averaged 21.6 a year ago, had 20 in that state championship win against Bozeman. But the big highlight was that three he hit in the semis against Skyview for a 53-50 win. Caleb Bellish with it down low. And Carroll's got their biggest lead. Bellish double team and just got the pass off. Bake with the three, no. And another good defensive possession for Carroll.
If they ended up getting points on that possession, that would have been the possession of the night. I have no idea how Bellish got that ball out of there. My goodness.
Andrew Cook looking for some breathing room. Cook, one against the world. Oh, my. Leads the team in scoring, leads the team in free throw percentage. Had a career high 31 the other night against Western. And Tech trying to answer, and that's going to be a foul on the baseline. 30-26, Carroll College out on top. It's hard to win on the road in this conference.
Absolutely. Even whenever you're one of the best teams in the conference like Montana Tech entering 18-2, you know, they did win their last game here, of course, that being that crazy Frontier Conference championship. But right now they're just trying to find their offensive rhythm. The energy has been sucked out of them and into Carroll at this moment. They got to try to find a way to get the ball in the basket on this possession.
Tech, they've only won once here at Carroll in the last 17 games. Larson back in. Bellish with a three. Saints lead by 4, and they got the ball with 4:40 left. And Mr. Basketball a year ago for Montana. Cook with the three. Oh, my. Braden Cook, his 25th three on the season. That's going to go for a 2, 32-26. And a foul against Tech. Boy, how you like this Frontier Conference?
It provides some pretty fun results every single night. And we'll take a look there. Clear shooting foul and a chance for Montana Tech to get some points. You know, they've had some empty possessions in each of their past couple trips here. They now trail by 6. I believe that's their biggest deficit of the game. Need to find a way to get some points back on this board.
Larson, just a 59% free throw shooter, misses on his first attempt. 4:19 left to be played here in the first half. And Larson will go 1 for 2.
Just a sigh of relief for the Orediggers to see some points finally go on the scoreboard in their favor. Ending a long drought.
Andrew Cook working hard again, and he slipped. Kevin Flato with the call. That's going to be a travel. It's a 5-point lead for the Saints. 4:06 left to be played here in the first 20 minutes of this key Frontier Conference game.
And that was the kind of good, tough defense that Adam Hyatt teaches these Orediggers to have. Get in there, but not too in there that it draws a foul. Backed off and let him stumble on himself. Nicely done.
And Williams will spin in the lane. No, the follow-through dunk. Larson. And that'll rev up the Tech crowd. Cuts the lead to 3 with 3:43 left to be played in the first half. Long turns and fires. Oh my! Garrett Long.
They are just firing on all cylinders right now. They're 14 of 26 from the floor, shooting over 50%. They're hitting everything.
And some of the shots are not great high percentage shots. It doesn't seem like it. How about that steal? Goose Locken just took it away. 5-point lead. Carroll, the lead of the ball with 3:03 left to be played here in the first half. Cook back out. And Braden Cook the true freshman. Oh my! Braden Cook. He has this crowd on their feet. Cook's got 10, 37-29. Saints lead with 2 minutes and 53 seconds left to be played in this first half. Wow. Game of the Week sponsors, the Montana Chevy dealers, Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW, and Pepsi. Rocky Erickson and DJ Bauer with the play-by-play here at the PE Center, and wow. Saints are looking good early.
And this crowd is invigorated. As I mentioned a minute ago, they cannot miss right now. They're 15 of 27 from the floor, 4 of 6 from deep. And the exciting thing about it is, you look at the box score, it's the young guys that are getting it done. Trent Rogers and Braden Cook, 2 true freshmen that played in that crazy championship game last year for Class AA, each of them with 10 points on the board. This is fun to watch if you are a Carroll fan right now, because you come into this game an underdog against the 18-2 Orediggers, and it's the young guys getting it done against an experienced Montana Tech squad.
Braden Cook, his career high 20 against Providence. Boy, how about that pickup for Coach Paulson?
Oh, huge. I mean, probably didn't take too much convincing. He said, hey, come play for your hometown team. And he's been playing really well for them as a first year.
Probably go down as one of the career leaders in scoring. 10 points here in the first half for Cook. How about an 8-point lead for Carroll? They're 9-9. Tech 18-2, ranked 12th in the nation. Tech looking for an answer here. Bellish. Lawrence take it down low. No. Temple will clear it out. 2.5 to go. Here in the half, Moore to Braden Cook. He's got the high sock going and a low sock. Temple. Temple against Ure. No. Ure on the rebound, and Temple with the foul. And who says it's not a physical game?
Just getting a little too handsy there. Maybe he was trying to go for the jump ball, but you can see he gets a little too grabby on it. But, I mean, this is a spirited Carroll team the way that they're playing right now. And you can take a look at the Montana Tech squad. They got some bewilderment on their faces. They can't find any way to get these open shots. Carroll just smothering them at the moment, up by 8.
Kershawn Dixon out of Billings Central. Played at MSUB for a couple of years. Lawrence kicks it back. Decons. Oh, wow. He wasn't going to be stopped, was he?
That's a bucket he needed badly. He had that same shot on the last possession, and it did not fall through. So to see it go through for that one, a huge sigh of relief for Montana Tech.
98 seconds left to go here in the first half. 6-point lead for Carroll College. Moore rolls around and drops in. The Saints are back up by 8. And Andrew Cook's getting set to come back in for Carroll College, and what a first half it's been for them. They try to pull off the upset. Lawrence, he's had a hot hand, can't get that 3, and Bellish can't get the rebound. Last touch by Pedra. 66 seconds left to go here in the half.
These Saints are really making the Orediggers fight for every single bucket. That was a good look for Ure on that one, and they had someone under the hoop to grab the rebound, and Carroll forced it out.
Kershawn Dixon, back to Dixon. Dixon will spin, double team, left-handed shot, no. Moore clears it out under a minute to go. Saints up 8. Andrew Cook, one-on-one with Ure. And a rebound Tech. Here comes Kershawn Dixon. Long lead. Bellish will pop a 3. It's short. Braden Cook back the other way. So he got 25 on the shot clock. He got 35 on the game clock. Boy, Cook is a true freshman. He is poised. There's Moore. Moore will spin on the inside, no. Can Tech get off a decent shot before the half comes to an end? And what a first half it's been for the Saints of Carroll College. Bellish from 17, count it. That was huge. 3 seconds to go. Moore at the buzzer, it's short. It's halftime here in Helena. And Carroll College leads over the 12th ranked Tech Ore Diggers by 6, 39-33.
I actually feel like a person and a friend and part of a community.
We came to Ascent because we knew that they would look beyond the credit score at character.
At the Myrna Loy, we have a mission, and we work with Ascent Bank because they work that way too.
At Ascent Bank, we believe banking is more than providing financial services. It's starting to think outside the box for the benefit of our customers, because that benefits them, and that's the right thing to do.
Ascent Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
I'm a design build contractor. Besides getting a permit, we make sure to call 811 before starting every job. It's difficult to tell where Northwestern Energy's natural gas pipelines are exactly. They could be right where we're digging, even if the homeowner doesn't use natural gas. And obviously, we don't want to cut off someone's power or cause an explosion. My crew is like my family. I want to keep them safe. If calling 811 can save their lives, that's an easy call to make.
Not all tires are created equally. Some tires take 50 to 60 more feet to stop, and you don't need that on our Montana wintry roads. Stop by one of our 2 locations and let our knowledgeable team help you find the right tires for you, your family, and your vehicle this winter season. Point S Tire and Auto Service, keeping our roads safer one tire at a time. Make sure to ask about our best price tire match guarantee.
Well, it's Carroll's defense here, DJ. They have held Tech to just 33 points, a team that averages 83 points a game. And Tech in the first half, 13 of 34, 38%. I think it's Carroll's defense that's a big winner here in the first half.
Yeah, it has been impressive from the Saints in all aspects, truly. You know, from what they've done on defense, holding a high-powered Montana Tech team to 33 points. I'd also like to point out that their offense, shooting over 50% from the floor. Before a couple late misses there at the end of the first half, they were shooting almost 60% from the floor. And as we mentioned, it's freshmen getting it done. Trent Rogers, Braden Cook, 10 points for each of them. It's really been an impressive performance from these Saints against a very good Montana Tech Ore Diggers team.
And now let's go to the Mountain Dew do-over. 6-point lead for the Saints at the break. And what a dunk by Decons as he drove the baseline. Andrew Cook for Carroll has been spectacular in the first half. Pedra came off the bench and scored twice, including that shot from inside the paint. Cook again, picked up by Williams. And deep three for Rogers. Andrew Cook, our Mountain Dew do-over. Pedra gets blocked. You're from 15 for the Diggers. Bake out of Fairfield from the free throw line. And Andrew Cook again. Andrew Cook's got 8. Braden Cook with 10. Caleb Bellish hits the 3. He's got 8 points for Montana Tech. Trent Rogers, who just scored there, came off the bench. 5 at the break. As they fight for that loose ball, Temple comes up with the loose ball and gets it inside to Andrew Cook. And there's the man, Braden Cook, out of Helena Capital, and the nice rebound dunk for the Diggers. Cook again. Big first half for him. We got Jeff Graham coming up on our 1-800-QUIT line halftime show coming up right after this. 6-point lead for Carroll College at the break.
We are driven by an unquenchable desire for knowledge, for the truth that lay just outside our grasps. We are meant for more, made for more. We are unwilling to ignore that which calls to us, that which will transform us. With joy and curiosity, we will boldly find our path in a world of unknowns. At Carroll College, the adventure.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences, find new roads. Well-qualified buyers get 2.99% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or current competitive owners get $3,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
There's something different here, in the air and in the attitude. It's the tight-knit community, complemented by bigger thinking and even bigger innovation. It's high-tech labs with sweeping Rocky Mountain views. It's a place where research, innovation, and ideas are matched by an understanding of why it all matters in the first place. Here at Montana Tech, you can realize your potential, fuel your passion, and find your path. Join us.
Halftime here in the men's game, 39-33. And our halftime guest, well, the greatest high school basketball coach in state history, Jeff Graham, when he was with the Belt girls. First season, 22-7, fourth at state. Next year, second, fourth, third. And then 2012, they went 26-1, state champs 3 years in a row. Coach, it's amazing what you accomplished with the Belt girls. 358 wins, just 42 losses. You averaged 21 wins a season, and you only play 18 regular season games, and a state record 6 state championships. How was all that possible?
Great kids and great assistants, buddy. I mean, a lot of work, a lot of good parents when I got there. The program was built by Craig Cummings and Terry Bott, and we just were able to fill these girls that have been playing their whole life up. And I was blessed with the local Susie Mackey, who had coached them younger, and then got Renzi Horton, Larry Legend, Larry Henderson's daughter. And it was just a lot of hard work, a lot of summer ball, and just great people and awesome kids, a lot of work.
So how does a coach go from Class C girls basketball to the head coach at the college level? That's a huge jump.
Yeah, you can tell today I'm still learning. I'm getting my butt kicked here by these great coaches in the league. But, yeah, it was just a great opportunity. Luckily, it worked out at Tech, and they took a chance, and it's been a blessing. We're really enjoying it. We're really happy, and it was just something I've always wanted to. I've applied for some jobs. I got offered a Dickinson job, but things just didn't work out family-wise, and then this one it felt right when we interviewed.
You know, one of the things I like about your roster, it's full of Montana high school kids. You know, the majority of your players, you coached for 15 years at Belt. Why is Montana girls basketball so good?
Man, I think it's, like the coaches, like you said, look at Carroll, the core of most of these teams in the Frontier are Montana kids. Leckvold Thatchers and, Pickens and Hillborns and Keller and, the stud from Bose. I mean, Ekstrom, it's everywhere in the league. Everybody builds it around it. It's crazy how good our state is compared to some of these other ones, but I think it's, the quality. They play a lot of summer and just a lot of put of time into it, and the parents care about it. And I think getting kids to watch this young at this level, it's like, holy cow, that's some good basketball. We got to get up.
Coach, what's the goal for you at Tech? How do you recruit? How do you build that program back up?
Like you said, Carly and Jenna got great kids, good Montana kids, great students. I think we had like 3.68 GPA, we're really young, so it'll be a couple years before I bring our kids in, but we wanted to keep the locals. We got Brooke Badavinik, thank God, from Butte Central. She had some offers around. We're looking for some out-of-staters right now because we don't have we have a lot of young Montana kids. We're kind of sticking with those guys, and so we're trying to get the word out that we actually are really good in not just engineering but nursing. I have 5 nurses, 8 girls in exercise science. When I went to interview, I did not know that. I still thought it was that common engineering thing. We had, Allie's talking about going into teaching. Western works with us there. So I think people come to our campus and see, whoa, Uptown Butte is beautiful now. Our campus is expanding, and the offerings we have for girls, I think, are way better than even I thought before I interviewed. So, and the staff's phenomenal. The nursing people work with our kids so much. It's awesome. Great staff to be with.
It's amazing this year, some of the great young players. I mean, you got the Rinker girl, the freshman at Billings Central, O'Connor at Baker averaging 32 points a game. Billings West High's got 6'3" Brooklyn Pierce, who's unbelievable. How can they be that? You've got an 8th grade daughter on the varsity in Butte. How can you be that young and be that good?
I think they're putting in a lot of time. You know, this Northwest Blazers got into here. You know, Coach Failer, Coach Morehouse, and Billings got a great program. And you just see, you know, people, you know, Heather Hegum, I always call her Hegum, you know, but Heather's got a heck of a program. And you just see these great college people coaching their kids year round. I mean, look at what Bill Keller did with Kendall's team, and now the Haver boys. Like, I think it's a lot of those parents playing year round. Right now, my wife's coaching in Butte with our 6th grade team, and there's people all over the state, just great teams. So it's fun to see. I think that level of competition, like I said, they want to be the next, you know, Tavia Rooney and Danny Yurick. Those kids want to be the next person, and you know, credit, like, you know, Cleverly's dad, Sean, took our, you know, Pickens and Hillborn and Alley around and played. So go out and expose themselves to those bigger teams. But that Billings is fun to watch right now. There's some studs there in that AA. It's been fun to see.
Frontier Conference women's basketball, how tough is it?
Well, look at the men right now, buddy. Yeah, I mean, you're like, it's anybody beats anybody. It's just a given. There's no off night. Like, it is such a, you know, that's what Coach Mowat talked about a lot. He's like, it's the biggest grind there is. You're just playing loaded and loaded and loaded, and, you know, keeping the kids energized, and, you know, playing somebody for a 3rd time is hard. You know, like, you know, what do you do there? Like, how good of adjustments? And that's why those guys are such good coaches. But yeah, the home court advantage makes it good, and it's fun to be back.
Jeff Graham, congratulations for getting this job. You're going to do great things at Tech.
Appreciate it, Rocky. Thank you.
Jeff Graham, our halftime guest. We'll be back with more right after this.
Since before the birth of America, the Army National Guard has stood ready to answer the call to defend and protect the nation. Army National Guard soldiers share in an enduring commitment to serve their state in times of crisis and defend their nation in times of conflict. The men and women of the Army National Guard serve part-time in their own communities and have a stake in its continued security. To learn all about the benefits of becoming a soldier in the Army National Guard, visit nationalguard.com.
At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we call this community home, just like you.
That's why we take a locally focused approach for our members.
Your financial success is our primary goal.
Whether you're refinancing your home,
buying a car,
starting a business,
or just need help with a checking or savings account,
we'll give you the financial tools you need to grow.
At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we're here for all life's events, big and small.
Stop by your local branch or visit rmcu.net to learn more.
Well, Tech's got a 6-point lead. They're shooting lights out in the first half. 51% from the field. How about 4 of 6 on threes? And they have not missed a free throw in the first half.
That's about as impressive as it gets from a shooting standpoint. You know, there was a couple missed shots that, you know, missed half quarter at the end that kind of brings that percentage down. But really, they were shooting close to 60% in that first half. That is difficult for any team to overcome, even if you're the 12th ranked Montana Tech or Diggers, 18-2, arguably the best team in the Frontier Conference, whenever your opponent is shooting like that. And as we mentioned before, it's the freshmen that are getting it done. Trent Rogers from Bozeman, Braden Cook, homegrown right here in Helena, each of them in double digits. And then, of course, you bring in that experience with a guy like Andrew Cook, 4 of 8 from the floor, has a rebound, a couple assists, and 8 points. So getting it done from all angles, and was a very impressive first half from these Carroll Saints. We'll see how they're able to keep their foot on the gas entering Act 2.
You know, you mentioned Trent Rogers. He came into the game averaging 2 points a game. He's 4 for 4 from the field. He's 2 for 2 on threes. He's got 10 points in the game, and Cook's got 10. The two freshmen, you're right, they lead the team, and they lead the scoring column as well.
It's kind of a different look for this Carroll team because you expect them to have these high-powered scorers that are experienced. You know, last year they lose two of their biggest stars, NAIA All-American Jovan Slovakinen from Serbia, and sharpshooter Shamrock Carroll was also a senior. Two guys that really made this offense go. You worry, hey, how are we going to replace these guys? Well, get on the recruiting trail and do it. You know, that's exactly what Kurt Paulson did. He got two of these guys that were in the Class AA state championship game last year and have come out on this floor against a very good Montana Tech team and have been excellent.
You know, a 6-point lead against the 12th-ranked team in the nation might not be enough here in the second half.
Maybe not. This is a Montana Tech team that tends to play some really high-powered basketball in the second half. You know, you take a look at some of the escapes that they've had this year. A double overtime win against Montana State Northern. They go down to Montana Western and come back in a couple games to win one of those two. And, you know, this is a team that's experienced, and they're going to be a tough out no matter what. They're going to fight for these last 20 minutes.
And the second half is underway from the PE Center. My thanks again to Jeff Graham, head coach at Montana Tech and the women's program, and I think great things are going to happen in Butte with Coach Graham at the helm of that program. Cook will bring it up off to Temple. And can Carroll keep up this torrid shooting pace in the second half here? Temple working hard. Didn't get the finish he wanted. Bellish will bring it up the other way. Decons gets it slapped out. Decons had quite the dunk as he drove baseline in that first half.
And because of his height and his youthful energy, he's really a guy that they look to whenever they need to get that what's the word I'm looking for? Vigor going again.
Kershawn Dixon with it up on top. There's Williams. He'll drive against Cook, gets it slapped up. That Carroll defense in the first half, I mean, you're holding Tech to 33. They come in averaging 83 points a game. They're shooting just 38% in the first half, and that's been the biggest difference. Bellish gets inside the paint on Cook. And rebound fought for. They're banging on the inside. We're going back the other way. Decons is going to get the foul.
That's a tough possession for Montana Tech. Had a couple good looks on that one, and then Bellich kind of got in trouble, had to dump it off on a not-so-great shot. They'll get better looks later on.
Neither team has scored. We played a minute here in the first half. In the second half, rather. Cook. Moore will drive Williams on the baseline. And Tech quickly back the other way. Kershawn Dixon with the basket. Dixon comes in averaging more than 7. We got a 4-point game.
I'm interested to see what Dixon does in this second half because he reminds me a lot of Sindhu Diallo, who was really the star on this Tech team last year. In that championship game, he had a weak first half and then really came on in the second half to win Tech that game. So let's see if Dixon replicates that.
Braden Cook on the fly. Couldn't get it to drop. Here comes Decons. They hit a 3. You got a 1-point game. Bellish all the way in. No. Moore on the rebound.
That's as close as a basket is going to be to getting in and not going in.
Carroll has not scored yet. Here in the second half, we played 2 minutes. Temple works against You're with the foul, and 2 shots coming for Brennan Temple, a 75% free throw shooter.
Obviously not clean defense on that one, but before that, you know, the Orediggers, the reason the Saints hadn't scored in the first 2 minutes here is that they've really locked down on the defensive end and caused it to be some difficult shot selection for Carroll. And they just need to replicate that on the other end as well and get some buckets to go for them to get back in this one.
Temple, a 75% free throw shooter, misses on his first attempt. And the Saints have scored for the first time in the second half. 5-point lead for Carroll. Williams from 15. Temple clears it out. Braden Cook playing like a fifth-year senior. It's hard to believe he's a true freshman.
That's a big foul on Krishawn Dixon. I believe that's his third. That's going to take him out of the game. It is indeed his third, and I mentioned how he could play a big role in this second half. He's going to have to sit for a couple minutes with 3 fouls. That's big.
Bake from Fairfield will check in for Tech. Andrew Cook, Braden Cook. Pedra will drive the baseline. Boy, they're being patient. Long with the runner, no, it draws the foul. You know, Carroll's just not making any mistakes. And, you know, check out the scoreboard. That's the 4th foul on Tech this half, none on Carroll.
They started off playing some really clean defense, and now as Carroll is trying to be more aggressive and get into those tough shots they were making in the first half, they're forcing Montana Tech to match their aggressiveness, and they're not able to do that without being unclean.
6-point lead for the Saints. Garrett Long, 6'1", sophomore out of Washington. Long gets that one to go as well. The lead is 7. The Saints are 9-9. The Diggers have won 18 of their 20 games on the year. They're ranked 12th. That is their highest ranking in school history. Bake to Bellish. That's kicked out. Caleb Bellish to Bake. Bake goes up. There's Trent Rogers, and, well, apparently Rogers got more than basketball.
Keely Bake, you know, for someone of his height, you know, they list him at 5'11" on the roster.
He's not 5'11".
I think that's a little generous. But for someone of his stature, you know, he plays like a guy who is 6 inches taller than him. You know, he is not afraid to shoot the ball. He is not afraid to drive it in the paint. A rare miss for him at the free throw line. He is so composed for someone who is, you know, shorter than a lot of the other players on this court.
Very, very intelligent basketball player. Bake gets that one to go. Not a lot of field goals either team the first 3 minutes of this second half. Carroll led by 6 at the break. They're up 6 here. Andrew Cook from 13. Temple with a big offensive rebound. And the foul's going to go against Tech. 5 fouls on the Orediggers in his second half, just 1 on Carroll.
And Adam Hyatt's got to be pulling his hair out here at some of these fouls that they've been calling. Yeah, I mean, you can call them fouls, but you would want your team to play a little more clean defense.
Pedra, Cook, yes, chance for a 4-point play. Braden Cook from Helena Capital hit the 3, and now Cook to the free throw line. Wow.
That is a freshman making a senior shot right there. Man in his face, doesn't back down, gets a little bit of contact on the hand as it goes in, and a chance for a 4-point play. That is a play that someone with 3 more years of experience than Cook tends to make.
Chance for a rare 4-point play. Cook has not missed a 3 throw in the game. He's 3 for 3. He's got 13. And he came into the game averaging 9 points a game. His high 20 against Providence. And he did get that rare 4-point play, and it's a 10-point lead, 46-36, the biggest lead of the night for either team. Bellish gets his own rebound, and the second effort paid off for Caleb Bellish.
That's just what he does. He misses the shot, gets his own rebound, makes it again. I don't know how many times I've seen him do that in the 2 years I've gotten to cover him at Montana Tech.
Andrew Cook, what a drive to the hole, and what a finish. And that may be one of the most spectacular plays in the Frontier Conference this season. Wow.
I mean, just listen to that crowd. If that doesn't energize you, I don't know what will. That is one of the most phenomenal dunks that I have seen.
You know, we might have something from the backboard that came apart on that dunk. And the officials are meeting. And now Charlie's looking at it. Some piece of metal came off the basket. They're checking the back brace. I've seen a backboard break before in a game. Montana-Wyoming All-Star game, 45-minute delay to fix put a new backboard in, and that really wasn't a problem, DJ. I just told stories the whole time. Charlie Gross is checking what happened. Something with the, maybe that spring release came undone, and Marty, if we could see that dunk again.
In terms of, backboard shattering and rim destroying, as we get another look at it here, it was really an electric dunk. It turned this crowd all the way up.
Andrew Cook, and look at the way that backboard rattled and swayed, and the officials are like, well, are we good to go? Can we play? Do we need to get a new glass backboard from one of the side courts? Do we play just half court the rest of the way?
Play some make it, take it. Just do it old street ball style. Shirts versus skins, why not?
48-38. Saints up 10, 16-11 to go.
Another nice view of it. I mean, from our view, that is fantastic, first of all.
I did not see on any of those replays the dunk by Cook. I did not see the piece of metal.
I did not either.
That came undone. So I know that Kevin Flato, the official underneath the basket, picked up that piece of metal that fell off the support system of the basket. And, I've announced over 4,000 games in my time, and I've seen a little bit of everything, and this just adds to all of that. And now the officials will meet. Will we continue?
I think they're going to call it good.
I think we are. We're going to play on. That was always the problem I had in high school basketball, hanging on to that rim and destroying that backboard. You don't want to do that.
No. I'm sure you destroyed many a backboard in your day.
Caleb Bellish with the three, no. Follow-up dunk's not going to happen. So the game was delayed after Andrew Cook dunked and hung on the rim. And a piece of metal came undone on the backboard, but hey, we're going to play on. Pedra, the drive. Pedra scores. Wow. The Saints lead by a dozen.
They have just taken over this game in every aspect. Defensively, Montana Tech looks pretty dead in the water right now, which is extremely rare for a team of their caliber. We mentioned coming into this game, 18-2. You don't expect them to be down by double digits no matter the opponent. I know Carroll's a tough opponent in their gym, but you don't expect this from the Orediggers.
15-40. Left to be played here in the first half. Boy, do the Tech men need a bucket here. Bake lost his dribble, swings it out. Decons for three, no. And Rogers, who had a nice first half, on the rebound. Andrew Cook will bring it up. Gotta wonder if that basket will take another dunk. And three-pointer not going to drop by Braden Cook. It's slapped out. Speaking of dunking, Tegan Erickson of Seiko, girls high school basketball player, had a dunk in warm-ups tonight. I had several people text me that.
Exciting.
On the drive, Bellish falls away and scores. And it's a 10-point lead for Carroll with under 15 minutes to go. And we got a timeout. We're back with more right after this.
So what did she do when you told?
That was a wedding gift.
From us.
See the bubbly side. Remember, that behind every broken plate is one less chore you totally hate.
Bublé's right.
Those things really sail, don't they? Bubbly sparkling water.
Our kids love to play. Whether they're playing outside or playing house or playing dress up, there's one game they're playing all the time. They love to imitate you. You're setting an example. Make sure it's one you can live with, and one she can live a long, healthy life with, too.
Well, what a game here at a packed PE Center on the campus of Carroll College. And the last time these two teams played here, February 10th, 2022. They went up against each other in the Frontier Conference Tournament title game. Tech won 62-61 on a three-pointer at the buzzer by Drew Hughes. And Tech's first conference title since 1999. It was also the first win for Tech at Carroll since 2014, snapping a 15-game losing streak. Tech comes in averaging 83 points a game. And the Carroll defense has held them to 40. And the fewest points that they've scored this year is 53. Braden Cook, Rogers. Into the game, Jordan puts up the three, no. Big offensive rebound, but Guzlakin is going to get the call. Here comes Bake. Bellish will cut between three players, missed the shot, but Caleb Bellish to the free throw line. Bellish leads his team with a dozen. It's going to be his first free throw attempt for Bellish. 2019 State C Championship. Manhattan Christian went 26-0 in an 83-51 win against Arley, and Caleb Bellish exploded for 42 points in the title game.
He has such a tenacity that just does not stop. And, I mean, it runs in the whole Bellish family. I mentioned his father, Jeff, is now an assistant for the men, for the Orediggers. He was the coach of last year's Manhattan Christian ladies team. And Caleb also has a sister, Ava, who is also on those Manhattan Christian ladies team. So it runs in the family.
Cook will bring it up. Rogers. Cook. Temple. At the line. Great pass inside to Rogers. But put back by Jordan with a nice follow through. And the Saints stay up by 10, under 14 minutes left to be played. Bank, he had Rogers flying all over the place. Offensive rebound. Put back, no, another offensive rebound. Bellish and the foul.
And that's just tough luck for Montana Tech. 3 shots there that were pretty good looks. Open shot from Bake, and then 2 chances under the basket that were pretty good, and just nothing falling for them. It's tough pickings out there.
Another timeout. 13.5 left to be played in this game.
Not all tires are created equally. Some tires take 50 to 60 more feet to stop, and you don't need that on our Montana wintry roads. Two locations and let our knowledgeable team help you find the right tires for you, your family, and your vehicle this winter season. Point S Tire and Auto Service, keeping our roads safer. Make sure to ask about our best price tire match guarantee.
I actually feel like a person and a friend and part of a community.
We came to Ascent because we knew that they would look beyond the credit score at character.
At the Myrna Loy, we have a mission, and we work with Ascent Bank because they work that way too.
At Ascent Bank, we believe banking is more than providing financial services. It's starting to think outside the box for the benefit of our customers, because that benefits them, and that's the right thing to do.
Ascent Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Carroll College still up by double digits, up 10, 13 and a half. Left to be played in regulation. Who knows, DJ? We might have OT here.
Who knows? This Montana Tech team may be down by double digits right now, but you can never count them out. And last time that these two teams played on the floor, as we have a child removal timeout. There we go. And the audience applauds.
And Andrew Cook was the one who picked up the little girl.
They're going to credit him with an assist for that one?
It's possible. Caleb Bellish at the free throw line.
As I was mentioning before I got interrupted, the last time that these two teams played on this floor, it was one of the greatest games in Frontier Conference history. So who knows? Maybe there's magic in the air again.
It could happen. Andrew Cook, team's leading scorer. Braden Cook. Jordan, back to Cook. Rogers with it outside of three. They're playing that zone. Shot clock down to 3. Andrew turns and fires. No. Jordan again. Wow. That's the second time he's done that.
Jordan Bryant just flying in there and grabbing the. That's just a good eye for the ball and a good eye for the basket. And he has done that, as you mentioned, twice now.
Saints by 10, trying to pull off the upset. Bake left wide open. And Bake gets that one to go. Bake's got 8.
It's still within reach for the Orediggers, down by 7. You know, the energy is all on the side of Carroll right now, but that's a huge shot to keep it a contest.
7 fouls on the Diggers, 4 on Carroll. Deep 3 for Cook. Oh, my. Braden Cook putting on a show. Boy, is he fun to watch.
It is
17
rare.
for Cook.
It is rare to see a freshman have this kind of performance against this big of a team in this big of a game, but he has put on a heck of a show, and he is going to be exciting to watch these next 4 years here at Carroll College.
Gatorade Player of the Year a year ago in Montana. And Caleb Bellish at the free throw line. A 79% free throw shooter.
And he's going to be really the go-to guy for Montana Tech down the stretch here, with some of their stars being in foul trouble. Michael Yor and Krishan Dixon both still sitting on the bench right now with 3 fouls apiece.
Garrett Long more in a game for Carroll College. Bellish is going to cut the lead to 8. Full court pressure put on by Montana Tech. 12-12 left to go. In regulation, DJ wants to stick around for a couple of more overtimes. Cook, Jordan Bryant, Braden Cook. Jordan wide open with the 3, no. Williams on the rebound. 2 on 3, contact. That's going to be a blocking foul on Garrett.
That was a tough one to call. That I thought that one might be a charge, but we'll take a look on the replay. Tough to say whether or not they might have said that he wasn't set.
I believe you're right. 11:49 left to be played. 57-49. The Saints out on top by 8 against the Diggers.
Busy is good. I'm feeling stronger.
When treating drug and alcohol addiction, it is a myth that you cannot quit tobacco as well.
I can work harder, longer, since I quit.
In fact, those who quit tobacco during treatment are 25% more likely to stay sober.
Feeling constructive rather than destructive.
Decrease your risk of relapse while saving money and improving your health. Quit tobacco now.
I'm finally feeling better.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences, find new roads. Well-qualified buyers get 2.99% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or current competitive owners get $3,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
We are driven by an unquenchable desire for knowledge, for the truth that lay just outside our grasps. We are meant for more, made for more. We are unwilling to ignore that which calls to us, that which will transform us. With joy and curiosity, we will boldly find our path in a world of unknowns. We are here for the adventure.
Well, Tech's won their last 9 games. They're 18-2 on the season, and they're down 8. Biggest lead, 12, 15:40 to go. It was 50-38. A lot of time left in this game. Williams will go 1 of 2. And we've got a 7-point game. Full court pressure put on by Tech. Long, Cook. They break the pressure. Moore. Braden Cook. Back to Moore. Long. Moore will drive. Pass on the inside to Pedra. Pedra turns and fires short. And Bellish will clear it out.
Great clean defensive possession there for the Orediggers.
Bellish with a big 3. Oh my! We got a 4-point game.
This game is far from over, folks.
57-53, 11:07 left to be played. Braden Cook pushes it up for the Saints. Big possession here for them. Cook with the 3, no. Williams the rebound. They hit a 3 here. You got a 1-point game. Williams with the 3. And it's going to go to Tech.
This is a pretty incredible development. I mean, this building was teeming with energy when Carroll was up 12 after that monster dunk on the other end. And voices are a little hushed now. Montana Tech is making this a game again.
Cook, Bellish, picked up by Moore. Now Temple will help out defensively. Bake, Williams, another 3 on the way. No. Big rebound for Moore. And the Saints have been stuck on 57 for a while. Cook to Moore. Long with an up on top. Temple, Long. Temple left open. Temple will drive. No. And Deacons will bring it up. Williams goes up for the dunk. No, but he was fouled. And Williams will get 2 at the line. And he won up with force there.
Shot to go in. Great pass. He had a good look. And then he gets swatted. I don't know how much contact there was. The fans aren't liking it too much. I feel like he was a little short on the rim anyway. I'm not sure if he would have made that had there been no contact.
Williams at the free throw line here. Just 4 points in the game. Misses on that attempt. He's 1 of 3.
And Montana Tech has only been 10 of 15 at the free throw line. They usually shoot better than that, but they've been leaving a lot of points there tonight.
We're midway through the second half in a 4-point game. Lawrence will check back in for Montana Tech. Williams. Pedro will clear it out. Andrew Cook. And a quick foul. Going to go against Tech. Saints caught up to him on fouls. Saints with 7. Diggers with 8. And the free throw line is Andrew Cook. Another nice game for him. He's got 10 points, the team's leading scorer. First trip to the free throw line for Cook. And he's an 88% free throw shooter on the year.
He really doesn't miss from anywhere. You know, he's 88% from the free throw line, 54% from the field, 40% from the
You jinxed
corner.
him.
The announcer's jinx is alive and well, folks.
Bellich will bring it up. Bellich to the hole. Oh, my, we got a 3-point game.
That is a grown man layup right there. My goodness.
58-55, 9:20 left to be played here in the half. Andrew on the drive, holds up, and what a big bucket that was for Andrew Cook and Carroll College. The Saints are back by 5. We got a timeout. 9:14 left to be played in the second half. Like to thank our Frontier Conference corporate sponsors for their support. Cooper Tire, Tire-Rama, D.A. Davidson, Hotels, McDonald's, Northwestern Energy, Pepsi, and Rocky and DJ here in Helena, and DJ, Frontier Conference basketball. I mean, you know, what great atmosphere here tonight. The rivalry game, almost a packed house, and what a great men's game we got.
It never fails to excite, especially when these two teams get on the floor together. Arguably the biggest rivalry in Frontier Conference basketball. You can talk about the history, something that Carroll dominated for many years, and all of a sudden Tech has become a very strong program. We could probably fill an entire 2-hour show just talking about that championship game back in February. And we're in for another thrilling finish. 5-point game with 9 minutes to go. Don't go anywhere, folks. This one is going to come down to the wire.
You know, there's only one Frontier Conference team ranked in the top 20 this year. That's Tech at number 12. And Carroll has not played in an overtime game this year, and neither has Tech. And there's a whistle, and that foul is going to go against Rogers. Both teams are in the bonus here. Rogers picks up his 3rd, and Kramer will come in, 6'9" freshman from Bellevue, Washington. Caleb Bellish at the free throw line. Bellish with 23 points in a game. His career high is 26, and that came against Providence.
These are big free throws for him for a Montana Tech team that has left quite a couple at the stripe tonight.
Bellish gets them both to go. 25 for Bellish. The Saints' 12-point lead is but 3. Under 9 minutes left to be played. Andrew looking for some help. Oh, my. Andrew Cook, what a drive. And Bake will set things up. Every possession is big. Bake. Lawrence. You're lost it. Cook almost had the steal. Bellish with the three. It's short. And Braden Cook comes up with it to Rogers. Back to Braden Cook. Andrew. Bounce pass on the inside. The 6'9" freshman. Kramer got fouled, and he's going to get 2 at the free throw line.
And that's just great hesitation from Derek Kramer. Just waiting for the contact to fall because it looked like Decons didn't initially get him on the way up, but he fell on him on the way down. So just good patience from a freshman.
Kramer, free throw is in. 68% free throw shooter, shoots 55% from the field. Saints trying to pull off the upset. Kramer gets them both. Carroll's lead now 7. 8 minutes left to go. Here. Caleb Bellish double team. Somebody's got to be open. Ure will bring it back out. Decons. Rebound, Pedra. Here come the Saints. Andrew holds up, in and out, no. Andrew Cook went coast to coast on the drive.
This place was ready to erupt if that one went in.
7.5 left. Decons misses on the inside, but fights for his own rebound. Puts it up and in, and the foul against Kramer, and a chance for a huge three-point play for Tech. Wow.
That is a freshman playing like a veteran. Gets his own miss, puts down the forceful dribble, and then just off the glass and in gets the foul too. What a play. I mean, what a player, and what a game.
Temple is back in for Carroll. Boy, Decons had an incredible dunk in that first half and gets a three-point play, 64-60. Carroll, 7:19 left to go in regulation. Rogers, Andrew, back out, Braden with the three, it's short. Bellish, Tech gets a three here, we got a one-point game. Ure, three on the way, Lawrence. No. Braden Cook will clear it out for Carroll College. Andrew Cook, Braden Cook, Andrew Cook. Temple, Andrew, double, triple team, shot no. He had 3 players on him when he attempted that.
He did, and the fact that he was able to get his body up there and get the foul. We're going to have to take a look at the replay there because I'm not sure. They're putting it on Ure. That's his 4th. That's huge for Tech with 6:34 left in the game. You can see him pleading his case. He's not happy about that one. Regardless, still a gutsy shot from Cook, and he's been making them all night, so why not?
Andrew Cook, 15 points in the game. At the free throw line, he had that great drive and dunk that somehow knocked some metal off the backboard. And Cook misses on his first attempt. An 88% free throw shooter. He's missed twice in this game. Cook to put his team up 5. Does just that. 6.5 left to be played. What a game this has been. Tech, they've won their last 9. They're ranked 12th in the nation. They're 18-2 on the year. And the ball is kicked. Tech's going to inbounds again. 20 on the shot clock. Kershawn Dixon Played at MSUB. They take it down low, up strong. What a block! Jump ball! It's Andrew Cook again. Wow, getting it done on both ends. And on the jump, it's going to be Tech's ball. Can you believe that?
That was an impressive play. You know, I thought that they might call him for the travel. They went for the jump ball instead. Possession arrow stays with Tech, but still great defense.
Bellish working hard. No. Tip. No. Rebound. Rogers to Braden Cook. Braden Cook to the hole, and Braden Cook is fouled. 5:56 left. Two heavyweights battling here in Helena.
That was a pretty tough foul as they check on Braden Cook. He's in a lot of pain down there. Montana Tech just had to get down there quick and prevent an easy transition bucket. They weren't prepared for it, and might have hit him a little too hard as he was falling to the ground there. Hopefully he's okay.
Boy, you don't want to lose Braden Cook. 5-point lead Saints. We'll take a timeout. 5:56 left to be played in this one.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Montana. We're proud to say it's where we live and where we work. We're so much more than pretty scenery. We are all hurt.
Well, a huge loss. Braden Cook got helped off the court and into the locker room. Isaiah Moore got the first one to go. And Moore gets them both. It's 68-60. Cook went out with 17. And the second most points he has scored in a game this season. Bellish. Three on the way. No. And boy, Andrew Cook. What a game. They swing it around to Moore. 5.5 to be played in a 7-point game. Moore will drive. Moore lost it. Bellish on the steal. Caleb Bellish works it up. Three-pointer on the way. It's in by Lawrence. Oh, boy. 4-point game, DJ.
This is just a regular night in the Frontier Conference, folks.
Andrew Moore. Back to Cook. Cook will back his way in, and what a drive. Andrew Cook, a 6'4" sophomore from Huntington Beach, 69-63. Lawrence back the other way. It's slapped out. Tech will keep. 4:37 left.
Tech just has not found an answer for Andrew Cook over on that other end. He is a crafty player who can get the ball into the hoop in many different ways, and he showed why tonight. 16 points.
Rogers, Bellish goes up and scores again. Caleb Bellish, and that is a career high for him. 27 points for Caleb Bellish. It is a 4-point game with 4:22 left to be played. Kramer, the 6'9" freshman, short. Rebound Williams. Tech, deep three, Bellish, short, offensive rebound. Williams with the three, it's in. We got a 1-point game. Coach Paulson with a timeout. 3:58 to be played. 69-68. Saints out on top by 1. Wow. They led by as many as 12. What a comeback, but you kind of knew it was coming, DJ. I mean, the 12th ranked team in the nation with just 2 losses all year.
A 1-point game on this floor with these teams. Where have we seen that before? It's just destined to happen with this rivalry, which I really think is shaping up to be the finest in the Frontier Conference. Just 2 very good basketball programs. Carroll, a traditional powerhouse. Montana Tech, a program clearly on the rise under head coach Adam Hyatt. And we have another doozy of a game between these guys here in the PE Center in Helena. 4 minutes to go, and I can't wait to see how this one finishes. Nobody knows who's going to win this one yet.
But you got to hope Braden Cook's injury is not serious.
Yeah, we haven't seen him back in. They at least appear to have brought him back out on the bench. We see him there rolling something on his thigh. That's a good sign that maybe there's a chance that he can come back and finish this game out for him. But, of course, you don't want to aggravate anything if it is serious. So hoping for the best for him. He has had an exciting game as a freshman. 17 points for him, 3 of 7 from deep.
3 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in the regulation. Neither one of these teams have had an overtime game this year.
And there's your answer. Braden Cook, the freshman,
yes.
He's on the court now.
Yes. Great to see. And the crowd loves it. Cook will have it on the inbounds. Rogers, Cook. Andrew Cook will bring it up. You got a 1-point game here. Andrew Cook gets it slapped out. He makes the save. He swings it out to Rogers. Wide open, Braden Cook for 3. Oh my! And that has tied his career high, 20 points for Braden Cook.
You just knew that one was going in as soon as he got the open look off the rim. Again, just great passing to see the open man. Every single person in this building stood up as he took that shot and it swiveled in. It's moments like this are the reason that you come and see these Frontier Conference games. It's magic.
Do you believe he's only a freshman? They've got him for 3 more years. You and I may come back here 3 years from now. There could be a statue out front of Braden Cook.
He has been phenomenal today, unquestionably.
Both go 72-70. Saints up. 3.5 to be played in this one. Carroll 9-9 on the year. 3-4 in conference play. Cook to Andrew Cook. Gets it slapped out, or is that a foul?
They're going to put the fist up. It looks like it's a foul on Dixon. That's his 4th.
That's a great angle since we can't see what's going on over in that corner.
The Montana Tech faithful is not happy about that. That's actually his 5th. That means he's out of the game.
So Kershawn Dixon has fouled out. Andrew Cook at the free throw line. He had 31 against Montana Western. He's got 18 of the game. That is his career high. But he's missed 2 free throws. He gets that one to go. 3 minutes and 6 seconds left to be played in regulation. Andrew gets his second one to go. Carroll up 4, 3:04 to go. Bake will bring it up. Bake on the drive, the floater, count it.
2 heavyweights exchanging blows. You love to see it.
Braden Cook, Andrew Cook, Braden, Andrew. Andrew will drive. Andrew is fouled by Williams. 2.5 to go. 74-72. Saints up 2. Both teams in the double bonus. Andrew Cook to the free throw line. And the Cooks each have 20 points in the game, Braden and Andrew.
And obviously in a game of this magnitude, separated by only 2 points, now 3 points, every foul that they call is going to matter. Williams was not happy with that one. It was a pretty tough foul call to take, but just have to find a way to rebound from it if you're Williams and Tech.
Andrew gets them both. Carroll back up by 4 with 2.5 left to be played in regulation. Bake will drive. Kicks it on the inside. Temple with the foul. DJ, they are really calling this tight now.
There have been a couple foul calls where maybe you would just let them play it out instead, but they're doing their job, trying to keep this game officiated fairly. Both teams are in double-digit fouls now, so it's going to be double bonus for each going all the way through now. And these are 2 big free throws for Larson.
Larson with 5 points in the game. 76-73. Most points given up by Tech on the season, 85 against MSU Northern. And Andrews got to come out. Got some blood on the left knee. 2 minutes and 28 seconds.
You want to have him in pristine shape for the home stretch of this game, considering the night he's put up tonight. 8 for 14 from the floor, 20 points. He's been a monster.
Larson at the line for Montana Tech. 76-74.
2 big makes. Keeps this a 2-point game.
Full court pressure. Andrew Cook, Braden Cook, Andrew, Rogers. Andrew Cook will drive, gives it up late, 3 on the way, no. Williams clears it out, a 2 to tie, a 3 to take the lead for Tech. 2 minutes to go in this one. And there's Caleb Bellish, a career-high 27 in the game, and a timeout. No timeout. Even had the PA guy fooled. I wasn't the only one.
Miscommunication between officials and coaches.
Bake. Looking up on top for Tech. Bellish gets Cook to fly by. Short. Temple clears it out. Every possession is big with 99 seconds left to go in this one. 2-point lead for the Saints. Pedro, what a pass to Temple. Looked like he walked, but the foul is going to go against Tech.
Looks like it was a behind-the-back push that they called him for. I think that maybe they should have called the travel on that, but I'm not the one with the whistle in my mouth.
Temple, 1 of 2, his only point in the game. He's 0 for 5 from the field. Free throw is in, a 75% free throw shooter. Temple leads the team in rebounding and assist on the season. Coach Paulson animated. His team up 3, trying to pull off the upset. Temple gets that one to go as well. 78-74. Hard to win on the road. Carroll 15-1 here in 2019, 14-1 in 2020, 10-1 in 2021. Bake gets rid of it. 3-pointer. Williams, that was huge. It's a 1-point game. The Saints lead 78-77. A minute 16 left to be played in this game, and what a game it's been.
Are you kidding me, Asa Williams? My goodness. It just doesn't stop. These two teams have never-ending motors. Punch the other in the mouth, they'll punch right back. This is Frontier Conference basketball on fine display here in the PE Center tonight. And I am looking forward to the last 1 minute and 16 seconds of regulation. Who knows? The way this game has gone, we may have to get a couple more.
A 1-point game with 1:16 left to be played. And we'd like to thank our affiliates, our network affiliates for today's game: SWX in Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, the Tri-Cities, and Yakima, Washington. We're happy to have you enjoying this game with us.
I'm getting flashbacks to February. 1-point game with under 2 minutes to go. You think back to that game in the championship, it was a similar circumstance. Carroll led by 1 with just over a minute to go. And then we had a defensive stop on the other end of the floor that gave Tech a chance to win it. And Drew Hughes along 2 to put it through. What will we see here?
Cook to Cook on the inbounds. Carroll has not been behind since early in this game when Tech led 8-2 early on. Andrew Cook swings it out. Pedra, Braden, Temple. Shot clock down to 5. What a pass! Temple to Pedra, and Pedra on the dunk. His crowd is off the hook, and the lead is 3 for the Saints with 42 seconds left to be played. Williams kicks it back, taken away by Andrew Cook, and the foul against Tech. You know, the basket held up after that Pedro dunk. I was a little worried.
We might have had a Shaq situation if that thing came down with 36 seconds left. This crowd is electric right now. Carroll, 36 seconds away from tasting victory against their rival Orediggers. What a game.
Andrew Cook has not missed a free throw in a game. He's 4 for 4. He's got 20. That was big. And that puts the Saints up by 4 with 36 seconds left to be played. Each team with 1 timeout. Cook, 82-77. Bellish for 3. No. Big rebound, Carroll. And Tech is forced to foul with 26 seconds left. And the Saints fans can smell victory.
They're starting to feel it. That might have been the Orediggers' last chance. They're going to use their last timeout to see what they can draw up here, but the clock is ticking, and Carroll can taste it.
Well, next week on Thursday, we'll be in Havre as MSU Northern hosts the Bulldogs of Montana Western. 26 seconds left to be played in this one. 5-point lead for Carroll, 82-77. Not over yet, DJ.
It's not over yet. It's close, but it's not over. We've seen crazier things happen. It's going to come down to fouls. Carroll's got to make their shots at the free throw line. Tech has to find good, quick opportunities on the other end. Going to need some long shots to fall. Time's limited, so they're going to have to take some threes and just hope that they have the looks to get them through.
Wow. That Frontier Conference tournament is going to be spectacular at Four Seasons Arena in Great Falls.
A nice arena. I was there for the Class C state championships last year, and Manhattan Christian was victorious for the boys.
Braden Cook, what a game for him. Tied his career high, 20 points in this game for Cook. And he's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He was injured He got helped off the court, went to the locker room, and wow, came back.
Gutsy performance from the freshman. No question about it.
Career high 21 for Braden Cook. 6-point lead. Carroll College. Cook gets them both. That's huge. 26 ticks to go. The lead is 7. Carroll has a timeout. Tech has none. And Braden Cook slapped that one away.
Now with only 19 seconds left, Montana Tech is not going to have a lot of time for pageantry. They're going to have to get in and get a shot off quick.
They score, they're going to have to foul right away. Bank on the bounce. Bellish for 3, short. Temple, the rebound. And I think they might have just said no foul. The game will be over. What a huge win for Carroll College, snapping Tech's 9-game winning streak, just their 3rd loss of the year, and Carroll wins it 84-77, a huge victory for the Saints. They go to 10-9 on the year, 4-4 in the conference, and Tech now 6-2 in conference play, 18-3 on the year.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Montana. We're proud to say it's where we live and where we work. We're so much more than pretty scenery. We are all hardworking, resilient, and resourceful. The vibe is different here. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
Since before the birth of America, the Army National Guard has stood ready to answer the call to defend and protect the nation. Army National Guard soldiers share in an enduring commitment to serve their state in times of crisis and defend their nation in times of conflict. The men and women of the Army National Guard serve part-time in their own communities and have a stake in its continued security. To learn all about the benefits of becoming a soldier in the Army National Guard, visit nationalguard.com.
And Rocky Erickson back with DJ, 84-77. Huge win for Carroll College. Braden Cook, Andrew Cook, they were both spectacular.
A fantastic game here in the PE Center. And you mentioned the Cooks. They were cooking it up all night long, just to throw a goofy pun in there. But 24 for Andrew, the senior, 22 for Braden, the freshman. They got it done on both ends of the floor, really stymied the Montana Tech offense the entire day with clean defense, and they shot the ball extremely well. They were shooting over 50% for the majority of the game, ended up at 47%. This was a great team effort from Carroll today. Some rim-shattering dunks that
Play
we
of the
saw.
game,
Fantastic
Pedra
stuff.
with the dunk and the basket held up, and this was the jam by Andrew Cook that stopped the game for 8 minutes because a piece of the backboard came undone. Andrew Cook with 24, Braden Cook with 22, and a big win for Carroll. And the player of the game, we're going to go with Helena Capital, true freshman, Braden Cook, 22 points, 5 rebounds. He was 4 of 8 on threes, and a perfect 6 for 6 from the free throw line. He had a 4-point play as well. 4 of 8 for Braden Cook on threes in this game. A new career high for him as he scores 22 in the Saints win. We'll come back and wrap things up right after this.
Dude. Fire. Grill master, huh?
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences, find new roads. Well-qualified buyers get 2.99% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or current competitive owners get $3,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. See your Montana Chevy dealers.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
Great atmosphere that was one of the best highlights of the game as Andrew Cook helped the little girl who went out on the court, and the crowd loved that, and maybe he should have been player of the game with that great save that he had.
The crowd loved that. I think they loved the win a little bit more, though. 84-77 over their hated rivals, the Montana Tech War Diggers. Revenge for that Frontier Conference Championship game where Montana Tech came here and won, and they really put on a show today. Really excellent stuff from the Fighting Saints.
Big win for Carroll College, and for DJ Brewer, Rocky Erickson from the PE Center on the campus of Carroll College. The Saints won it over the Diggers 84-77.
Since before the birth of America, the Army National Guard has stood ready to answer the call to defend and protect the nation. Army National Guard soldiers share in an enduring commitment to serve their state in times of crisis and defend their nation in times of conflict. The men and women of the Army National Guard serve part-time in their own communities and have a stake in its continued security. To learn all about the Army National Guard, visit nationalguard.com.
Not all tires are created equally. Some tires take 50 to 60, and you don't need that on our Montana wintry roads. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Helena and let our knowledgeable team help you find the right tires for you, your family, and your vehicle this winter season. Point S Tire and Auto Service, keeping our roads safer one tire. Make sure to ask about our best price tire match guarantee.
We are driven by an unquenchable desire for knowledge, for the truth that lay just outside our grasps. We are meant for more, made for more. We are unwilling to ignore that which calls to us, that which will transform us. With joy and curiosity, we will boldly find our path in a world of unknowns. At Carroll College, we are here for the adventure.